What's going on to you, Sagittarius? So you Saggies have the Page of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and then you have the Ace of Wands. So let's see. Shout outs to a gentleman by the name of he I ain't even gonna lie, he's a Sagittarius. He's got his name is so decked out. The next time I'll end up making like a video, and I'll end up having to write down his name first, and then I'll go ahead and say it. But his name is so decked out, I don't even remember what his name is. Like I remember his name, but his name is so like different, like different symbols and stuff like this. But shout outs to him. I said I was gonna give him a shout out. Shout outs to him. But I'll give him a proper shout out later. You know, I haven't forgotten. Anyway, for you, Sagittarius, some of you Sagittarius may have to watch out for some people who are relying on you, but at the same time, they are delusional about their own strength. The Page of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Wands represent how a lot of you basically, a lot of you Sagittarius have had to deal with somebody who they've been betrayed, they're dealing with a lot, but then they came to you in a moment of weakness, right? Someone that you Sagittarius have dated in a moment of weakness, whether it was yours, theirs, or both. The two of y'all ended up thinking that it would work. Come to find out, it ended up not working out. And the reason why it ended up not working out is because this person wasn't quite finished healing their trauma. I've said this before. Let me bust out the chart. That most people only operate from here and here and down. Now, here and here and down exists the realm of the animal, meaning that they are super dependent on other people and everyone else to do things for them. And then when you cross over, right, into the abyss, which is where you cross from being a regular human being to divinity, you get to here and here, and now all of a sudden you stop being so dependent on everybody else. Emotionally, mentally, physically, you start doing your own thing. And so as a result of this is a situation, right? And then, of course, you can wear the crown, right? Because you are fit, because you actually earn your position to become here. The Kether or the crown just represents the position in which one of these two basically wears it, right? Because this represents a person. These two represent people. This represents a position or a position, right? So you get to wear the crown regardless of if you're one of this. This is king, queen, right? So you Sagittarius are evolving. I don't necessarily know whether y'all have crossed over or not, but the point is these people have not been able to actually meet you where you are. They haven't dealt with enough of their trauma yet. And so as a result of this, the Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands speaks to how a lot of you Sagittarius, right? You've got your own thing that you had to deal with as well. So it was a mutual ending. As much as this person tried to delude you and themselves more so, and tried to play it off as if I don't need you, they very much so need you emotionally, and that they love you quite a lot. And that the situation with that is that you Sagittarius, you had your own thing that you got going on. So the two of you decided to actually split mutually, even though they were trying to make it seem like you needed them and all this stuff. Y'all Sagittarius wasn't tripping about that. Y'all was like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. So you left them alone to heal yourselves. Okay, now, right? So Five of Wands, there was this disagreement that the two of y'all had because it was these reindeer games. What are reindeer games? Games, reindeer games back and forth, you know what I mean? You love me not, what's going on, blah, 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 right? Things obscure, not being seen, da, da, da. So regardless of the who to what, right? The Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, you, Sagittarius, bounce back. You dealt with a lot of your traumas and you move forward. I've talked about this before. I talked about how, Sagittarius sometimes will think that they need to get revenge against people because, oh, you playing with me. Right, but Sagittarius is the zodiac sign that comes after Scorpio, and Scorpio is the get back. Revenge, I gotta get you back. So being a Sagittarius, you still have some of that Scorpio in you, where it's like, okay, you feel like, okay, if people playing games with me, I got to get them back. You, Sagittarius, have actually moved forward from that, right? Now stick with me, roll with me on this. Keep watching, right? Because this is all going to make sense. So now you've dealt with your issues, Three of Wands, move forward. You, Sagittarius, handling your business. Anyway, right? Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles. You don't rely on a lot of other people. You, Sagittarius, have come to find out that other people rely on you, but you can't rely on other individuals. And you, Sagittarius, are going to have to be okay with that. And you're becoming much more okay with it, because this is a situation where you are in a particular situation where you, Sagittarius, very much so understand that. You, Sagittarius, very much so understand that. And because of this, you, Sagittarius, are beginning to operate like that. But that's the whole ideology. That is the whole reason why Sagittarius exists in the first place, which is, what does the bow and arrow represent? The arrow represents justice. The bow, I'm not quite sure what, I guess accuracy, but I'm not quite sure what it represents. I'll do the research on it. But the bow and arrow represents justice. The arrow can also be replaced with the sword. The bow and arrow, right? Because what did Rachel give Bruce Wayne when they were both little ones? An arrow-shaped rock, right? That arrow, right? And what did Rachel grow up to be in the Batman saga, right? The Christian Bale Batman saga. That arrow represented justice. It represented Bruce Wayne's psychology, his ideology. What did Rachel grow up to be? She grew up to be a lawyer and basically being close to the district attorney, right? So someone who works in law, right? Now the arrow represents justice, right? So why is that so important? That's important because this is one aspect of divinity or godhood. People rely on other people. People rely on other people so much, people rely on people who are much stronger than them. So eventually, when you go up the chain of reliance, eventually you meet someone up the chain of reliance so strong, they don't rely on other people or other things, but then other people, they can bear the weight of other people and other things relying on them. So in other words, they don't rely on anyone, but a lot of people rely on them. That is what Sagittarius is striving for, because Sagittarius represent the angled, it's not just like this, but it's the angled bow and arrow up to the heavens. Meaning what? Meaning striving for godhood. And see, the Six of Cups now and the Six of Swords represents, now this person is coming back because what happened? Remember at the very beginning of the reading when I was telling you, Sagittarius, about how it is that they wanted to play it off like, oh, bah, humbug, I don't need you, Sagittarius, right? They're coming back because, whoopsie, they need you. Six of Cups, Six of Swords. But they're struggling to admit it. They know it to be true. That's why they back. And so the situation with that is, this is the stupidity. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. Seven of Gabriel, Four of Gabriel, Four of Michael, the Queen of Gabriel, and then you have the Four of Raphael, which is, to clarify, the Six of Cups. So they come back, right? They came back, they come back, all that good stuff, right? But then the Seven of Gabriel and the Four of Gabriel represents you're doing your thing. They need your strength. But now they came back, they trying to marry themselves to you. And I don't mean marry, yeah, they could come back with like a proposal, but not necessarily marry in the sense of going that far. When I say marry, I mean now they understand, okay, they need you. They need you. But they struggling with their ego to admit it. So now it's this sense of they came back to see what you on. You, Sagittarius, are on a different type of time. Now y'all are in a particular situation where where they see you, and now they understand, okay, they need you, Sagittarius. Now their ego won't let them admit that. But they figure, okay, I gotta be in a situation with you where I gotta actually be romantically involved with you, because your type of strength, you Sagittarius's type of strength, I need that, because I don't have that for myself. Again, they're not gonna admit that much or at all, right? It's that ego thing. But the Four of Michael and the Queen of Gabriel and the Four of Raphael right here speaks to how it is that, again, so a lot of you Sagittarius now, you see them come back, the Four of Michael and the Queen of Gabriel, you're done. You Sagittarius are like, well, why are you back here? What is going on with you, right? And the Four of Raphael is, they coming back trying to appease you, and I'm telling you, coming back trying to appease you and make it seem like, oh, you know, why are you acting like this? That's that reverse psychology. But I want you Sagittarius to understand, again, they need you, but it's this ideology of part of the reason why it is that people will dislike you is because they'll know they need you. Remember when I told you it's not as simple as you think it is, and I'm getting into another layer of it. They need you. They rely on you because you're stronger than they are. So it's this perspective of, I do need you, but my ego won't let me admit it, but then I do need you. So, and then let's clarify the Six of Swords. Three of Michael, solutions, Strength card, Four of Ariel, and then you have the Two of Gabriel, which is, to clarify these three cards, right? To clarify the Six of Swords, the Three of Michael, the solutions, and the Strength card represents you. Look, you've already dealt with that. The two of y'all could have worked it out before. You were going through something. They were going through something. They didn't want to leave amicably, peacefully, respectfully, where amicably means peacefully, but I'm just basically giving a definition to it, just in case if you don't hear the word much or if you don't know what I mean, right? I'm not trying to make y'all feel dumb. So it's just, I'm an author. I wrote 3 books. I read a lot, so my vocabulary can be all over the place. I can have many ways of explaining one thing, so please bear with me. Now, it's not just the fact that they were heartbroken and they had their own emotional games, or own emotional hang-ups or weaknesses, which they still do. It's them disrespecting you on their way out. And see, this is the thing. They're still dealing with what they're dealing with. But the solutions in the strength card represent you don't want to have anything to do with them. Like you're finished with, you're finished with it. You already like it's done. Like what, you're not emotionally attached to them. And then the strength card right here represents how this is a situation where for you, Sagittarius, you've forgiven them, but you don't even want them to come back. The Four of Ariel and the Two of Gabriel right here speaks to how um the Four of Ariel and the Two of Gabriel speaks to how they want you to like care, and like you Sagittarius are like, okay, I mean you do care to a certain extent, but the way that you Sagittarius are is not the way that you used to be. Obviously you've grown, so it's like, what do they expect for you to do exactly? You know what I mean? And they expect you essentially to care about them on an emotional standpoint the way that you did before. But that's the catch 22. You know more now. So it's like you're a completely different beast at this point, right? Like, what is going on here? So it is what it is. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.